Amidst the political turmoil, the new album was sent to the presses. Meanwhile, David Poxon invited the band to a meeting.
We've got some good news for you. You can do 2 tours. There's 2 tours going if you want. One's UFO, round Europe. 6 weeks in Europe, supporting UFO. Another one is Motorhead, Bomber Tour in Motorhead. But only thing is, Bomber Tour, you've got to pay £5,000 to get on it. We want to go on UFO tour because like they were our heroes. Not saying we didn't like Motorhead, but we preferred UFO because we were like UFO mad. You know, like Michael Schenker and Pete Way. Pete Way were like one of my biggest idols. And we want to go on, and plus it were in Europe, we wanted to go to Europe. Say, right, we want to do UFO tour. Nah, that's what we want to do. Oh, all right then, are you sure? Yeah, that's what we want to do. Anyway, they put us on Motorhead tour, even though we didn't want to go on it. But it was a masterstroke, because it was just right audience for us.
It was a great opportunity for Saxon. Motorhead were hugely popular and every gig was sold out.
We were riding high at the time, so, you know, the management wanted a good support band and these guys came highly recommended.
I mean, they were huge, you know, before we even happened. I think it was the Bomber Tour we did.
The reputation of Motorhead, I can remember not sleeping for days before thinking, oh my God, these really nasty Motorhead geezers are going to be terrible people. They're going to be violent, and how are we going to cope with these? We were really intimidated and scared.
And they had this album cover. The only thing we saw was this album cover with this nutty Viking on with a sword, you know. I was thinking, who the fuck are this then? Like we all standing there going, oh, this looks a bit something, you know.
So a record company paid to get us on the tour. I don't know if it was Lemmy or the management or the band said, well, if you're paying that much money, you may as well travel with us.
Motorhead turn up, like proper rock and roll, you know, like talking about everything that rock and roll bands do, like how many birds did you shag last night, and you know, I got all this cocaine, and you know, you name it, it were there. So they all got on and picked the chairs.
It had in some huge Park and Knoll reclining chairs, and it had in about well, enough for the bands basically. Must have been 12, and you know, they used to recline and the feet came up, and there was a couple of TVs in there.
I mean, first thing that Lemmy did to me was give me a Jack Daniels and Coke and a bloody special brew for my breakfast, because this was in the morning at 10 o'clock. And, like, you felt obliged to drink it, even though I didn't really drink like that, you know. So that was really funny.
As soon as bus pulled off, Lemmy opens like a little suitcase, only a suitcase about 2 foot long by a foot wide. And in it were a bottle of vodka, a bottle of orange juice. And then there's like this juggling thing. So you end up with like 2 bottles of vodka and orange. So there's just an arm comes out like that. Here. Yeah, this is like some fucking, I don't know, 11 in the morning. You got to do it because that's Lemmy, you know. Like, oh no, I hate vodka. Next thing, yeah. Fucking spliff. And I've never smoked in my life, ever. Like, fags are out. I got put off that at early age at school. Like, somebody gave me one when I was sick. I had to smoke a chuffing joint. That were it then. I just couldn't hold it off no more. I ran to it back, and the bog went up back. I spent all journey in bog back at bus. Ill. Through excess. Introduction to like big time rock and roll.